Welcome to another episode of Crosstalk. My name is Kevin Tocci, and I will be your host for the next 30 minutes. And as you hear me at the beginning of each one of these programs tell you, the purpose, the mission statement of this show is to better inform the residents that we serve here at WHC, folks in Whitman and Hanson. And it's to talk about a number of things, whether it's upcoming events, whether it's an issue that's going on in one or the other community, maybe to introduce some fun activities. Maybe it's to just kind of talk about what's going on between the two communities. Well, today we are fortunate enough to have Mr. Ollie Amado here, and he has been at the helm of the Recreation Department for the past couple of years. Welcome.
Thank you, Kevin.
Back. He is not a stranger to this program, and anytime we can have Ollie in to kind of talk about some of the things that are going on with the rec department, it's definitely informational, and it's an opportunity for residents to learn about what's going on. Starting with, here we are, the warm weather is here.
Oh, yes.
And the town pool is open.
It is open and rocking and rolling. Very busy there this time of the year. It opened up a couple of days ago, and it's packed. The residents seem to be enjoying themselves. We have more tables there this year with the umbrellas, and they're really, I mean, it's just packed almost every single day. People are driving by, pulling over. We've already sold well over 100 pool passes within a short period of time. So that's a record breaking for us. We haven't sold 100 in years.
Really?
So that breaks a new record for us.
What's the process in regards to whether it's somebody who lives in Whitman? I don't know if there's some kind of a rule that the rec department has in regards to anybody who does not live within the 6 square miles of Whitman. What's the process?
The process is everybody has to fill out a pool pass application form, whether they're just a daily user or when they go day to day, or having a season pass. After that, you have to show proof of residency. We do allow people from outside the community or the town of Whitman to come in, but they have to pay a higher price compared to what the residents pay. They don't, they just can't pay the same we are. They do have to pay higher. Now, a lot of organizations are like that.
So I guess I would ask you, how do you build on the success you had starting last summer, maybe a little bit before that? What are you doing that maybe folks weren't aware of last summer? And have you added anything new to some of the activities and things that you're doing with the rec department?
We've added a ton of stuff, Kevin. In the pool program itself, we now have the parent-toddler swim lessons. We have a spring vacation program, which is a mirror image of our summer park program, but 1 week versus 5 weeks. We started the street hockey league, which is, and that looks like it's going to be really huge. Registration for that has already started. We're working on the winter vacation program, just like the spring one. Of course, we have the Christmas festival, and we're working on we're going to actually have it this year as a Halloween event at the Town Hall Auditorium. So a lot of things are happening. Sometimes I feel like my head is spinning, but we are really close of becoming a 365-day operation. The recreation director's job feels like it's already that, because you have to prepare, sometimes months in advance to get a program going between researching and everything else. But yeah, we're getting closer. It's been a real challenging time and fun too, watching the programs, and listening to the residents when they come by our park and they come by the town pool and they can't believe the changes there. They really. I had one parent the other day said, "It feels like this is our own vacation land right here. This is where," and parents are bringing their kids almost every single day, and they're enjoying it. So that's moving. That makes me happy. The community is happy with what they have, and although I'm not just going to sit back and say, okay, yeah, we're done what we're done and we're good. I always want to improve on these programs and just keep it rolling. But it is, it's. I don't know what we're going to do next year, to be honest with you. We seem like we're getting bigger and bigger, but it's only so far you can go.
Right. And you get, I mean, there's a limited amount of funding that you have,
Yes.
depending on what you're able to generate. And, you know, again, you get the pool, and that generates money, but I don't know what happens with that money once you collect it. I don't know if it's something that goes to the town or if it's something that's in your own, in the rec department's own account.
Well, it goes the recreation revolving account, and that pays for the lifeguards, the chemicals, the electricity to run those pumps 24/7 while the pool's open, and everything else in between. We have 3 lifeguards that we have to pay for. We also have a gatekeeper this year, is something that we implemented. In the past, we had one, but I think when things got tight, they got rid of that position and brought a lifeguard to do that. Well, it doesn't make sense to have 3 lifeguards, and 1 lifeguard is basically a cashier and a gatekeeper. You know, the lifeguard should be focusing in the pool and not worrying about the gate. Same thing, if you're at the gate, you shouldn't be worrying about the pool, you should be worrying about the gate.
Right.
So we did get a gatekeeper slash cashier this year. And to help fund that position, we opened up a concession stand right there. Sodas, soft drinks, popsicles, chips. And it looks like that's going to help fund at least half of that. So right now, and it could be more.
You talked earlier about, you know, you do a lot of research, you know, months before a program is launched, before you do anything. Is it just basically what goes on between your 2 ears, or do you have input from other people and you go, that's something that I should take a look at? I mean, how does an idea, some of the ideas that you've come up with, where do they come from? Where are they generated from?
Most of the ideas at the Recreation Commission comes up, it's just not me. I like taking bits and pieces from everybody. I'll call places, I'll talk to people. Just inside the Recreation Commission itself, the chairman, Todd Tacuto, and the vice chairman, Joe Cunningham, and Juno Larry, they are a wealth of ideas and information. They're always dropping, you know, pieces off and let me, hey, think about that, let's do this. And of course, I'm quick to, and start looking it on the computer.
So they give you the seed, and it's up to you to plant it.
Yeah. Well, I encourage it. I think we all encourage each other to come up with ideas. Because the more people, I mean, I think I've even called you a couple of times for some ideas. Any little bit of ideas. It's just one person's, you're better off getting ideas from a group of people, especially the people that you're serving.
Right, because they're going to probably wholeheartedly support the idea.
Yes.
And of course, they're going to tell friends and other people, hey, they're starting a street hockey league, you know. Yeah,
and again, the more information you get from other people, there's sometimes you say, oh, that's just not going to work, you know. But there's other times you're like, hey, that could work, and you might be able to take a piece of this and a piece of that and merge them together, and that sometimes happens too. But yeah, I don't mind stealing ideas. I really don't, you know.
We know with the warmer weather, you get the swimming pool and folks come and enjoy that. But there are other things that are happening, like the Family Fun Day. It's a fantastic event. Be sure to check the Whitman Express for that. But what are some of the things that happen during the Family Fun Day? Oh,
the Family Fun Day. That is a busy day. It's fun. It's a family event. There's an old-fashioned family event. They have races, potato sack races, egg tosses, you name it. Any type of shuttle races, back and forth, they have it. We have the dunk tank. Yep.
Very popular.
I stay out of that.
But depending on how warm it is, you know, I've seen some elected officials crawl up onto the seat and egg folks on to, you know, get wet.
Yeah, I think Mr. Deal, did that last year, if I remember.
Representative Deal has done it a couple of times, yep.
So you have that. We started having a water slide there that was real big last year.
Oh.
the water slide, obstacle course. Chief Benton and Chief Grenell is going to be bringing down apparatus, police cars and ambulances or fire trucks to touch a truck.
Very nice.
So that's going to happen. But yeah, there's so much. The Boy Scouts also come in and they set up shop and sell hamburgers and hot dogs. But there is an awful lot that goes on. Prior to all that starting at 10 o'clock, at 9:30 is the bicycle and carriage.
That's a big event. People
Contest.
don't realize is that those kids really go above and beyond.
Yes, they do.
To decorate, whether it's their bikes or their wagons, carriage, you name it, and the proud march around as the judges are deciding. Oh, that one! Look at that one.
Yes.
That's always a big deal. And we've enjoyed here at Whitman Hands Community Access the opportunity to videotape it and then air it, in the coming days. So. Yeah,
and we actually, when I came in 2 years ago, there was only like three prizes for that. We actually bumped it up quite a bit.
Expanded it.
It's probably like 12 or something.
Okay.
So the more, because like you said, they're going around. They're all proud and happy, like a peacock. They got their carriages and their bikes, and you're like, wow. And some of them put a lot of time and effort in it. You can see it.
And they get up early for this too.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I think it's one of the first events.
Yep. It's 9:30 this. 9:30 event, and but they're actually waiting at 8:30. 8:30, 8:45. You see them lining up, getting ready to go, looking for us. So yeah, it's a very busy day, and of course, then we're going to have the town pool open from 1 to 5, free for all Whitman residents.
Oh, nice.
So that's something that we have every year.
Talk to me a little bit about the Street Hockey League, because I think that's intriguing. It makes me think back to when I was a kid and the times that you're able to play in the community, whether it's depending on the time of year and the sport that was, the professional sports that were happening, whether it was baseball, whether it was football, hockey was right there.
Yeah. That was an idea that myself and the chairman, Todd DeCudo, had when I first came on, because we remembered playing street hockey back in those days.
Think Todd was any good at street hockey?
Yeah.
You think so?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah. No, he was. Trust me.
All right.
He was.
I'll have to tease him about that. I definitely will. I will talk.
No, we went back and forth trying to figure the best way to do it, and between our two ideas and other input, we already pretty much got that street hockey court done.
Okay.
It's at Memorial Field behind the Whitman Police Department.
Okay.
We had it all fenced in, penalty boxes, which we hope will not be used.
Penalty boxes.
Penalty boxes.
Wow.
So, but we're not expecting the kids to be in the penalty boxes.
Okay, all right.
Benches. It's going to be a 4-on-1 court. It'll be still basketball, street hockey, tennis, and I forget what the other one is that the other COA uses. Pickleball.
Okay. Yeah, that's new.
That's
new.
So that court's going to be for multi-purpose.
Okay.
But it's the home of the Whitman Recreation Street Hockey League, and we actually had a lot of outside vendors. The fence company, Bump Fence, helped us. T&K Asphalt is actually going to be doing the seal coating there at no cost.
Wow.
So again, a lot of the companies in town and a lot of people in the community are coming together to launch this thing through. So I'm very impressed how it's going.
So tell me a little bit more about that for anybody, prospective parents out there who, I don't know what the ages are going to be. Is it going to be 14? Is it going to be 4 members? How many are playing against how many? Is it going to be 3, 4, 5 ages? How many teams you're going to look to get?
Yeah, it's going to be 5-on-5 plus each team will have a goalie, so 6 players on.
Yep.
On each team.
Okay.
It's going to be separated in two divisions. The junior division will be the 5th and 6th graders, children that are going into the 5th and 6th as of this September 1st.
Okay.
That's how that group is determined. And then the senior group will be students that are going in the 7th and 8th grade as of this September. So it will be broken down that way. We're really looking at, it sounds like we're going to get close to 100 people signing up.
Wow.
So we're looking at 8 teams, possibly even more, anyways between 8 and 12 teams if it goes the way we think it will. Registration slowed down a little bit, but I think that's because of the park program and the pool program.
Warm weather.
Yeah, and you can actually see that happening, you know. So in another couple of weeks, I am at, once we start hitting the street hockey hot and heavy, we'll start seeing that increasing again.
What's some of the parameters as far as gear? Are we looking at headgear? Are we looking at just shin pads? Are we looking at elbow pads? Is there going to be any particular requirements? Are you going to? Is it a matter of parents going to supply a certain stick?
Yeah, the teams, the players have to have obviously a cup, a protective cup, a helmet with a face cage.
Okay.
They will have to purchase gloves. Street hockey gloves.
Oh yeah.
And
anybody might hack you.
Yeah.
It happens.
We do shin pads. I think people should wear the shin pads especially.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, and they got to provide their own street hockey stick.
Right.
It will be the one with the plastic the street hockey stick with the plastic blade on the bottom.
Okay.
So that's, and we have. I think it's in the informational flyer. I have to look at it again, but
Puck or a ball? What do you use?
it's a ball.
Okay, it's a ball. Okay, so the regular orange street ball.
Yeah, regular orange street ball.
Okay.
And I really think that this is going. It's already my generation that's hearing about it. The parents now are like, oh my God, it's coming back.
Right. And the other thing is, it's an opportunity to get the kids away from their phones and away from being on social media. It's an activity.
Yes.
To get them the heck out of the house and go out and you know, there's another way to mingle with, you know, kids your own peers than, you know, sending each other Snapchats.
Yes. Well, the Snapchat will be allowed on the street hockey court, but yeah. So that's it. The games are going to actually be played on Sunday afternoon and possibly Monday evening.
Okay.
We are looking at getting lighting down there. That's another project.
Okay.
But yeah, that's coming along real good. We're already getting volunteers to coach.
Coaching. How about as far as reps?
We're working on that. I think we're going to, the last I heard in one of the subcommittee meetings, is that they're going to have the high school kids ref.
Oh, good. Okay.
The ones that are on the ice hockey team. So that's where they're heading towards on that. And I think that's actually I think been voted on. So I think that's, I'm trying to do other things.
Sure.
So, but no, that's it's going to be the high school kids. Just like in most of the baseball games, and Whitman baseball and softball, and I think even soccer at the younger ages, you know, it's the kids that are reffing it, the older kids.
How many games and how do the playoffs go?
I believe right now we're looking at 8 to 10 games, and then everyone makes the playoffs, and it's just the question on the playoffs is I know that that's the one thing that's got to be determined, and we have another meeting come up at the end of July.
Okay.
Whether it's going to be one and done or best out of 3. I think if I remember back in my day when we played it, it was one and done. One and done, but when you got to the playoffs, the championship game, it was best out of 3.
Sure.
So.
And ultimately at the end, what is it now? I myself, back when I was younger, we had street and we had roller leagues, and then they actually had tiered. It was tiered where there were the better teams, usually the top 6 teams that were the better teams there'd be like a jacket. And then for the lower, it would be like for team T-shirts.
Yeah.
What's the concept in regards to the ultimate winner this time around?
Well, we're going to have a banquet. That was one thing that we decided.
Awesome.
There'll be a banquet at the end of the year where the trophies will be given to the championship teams of both divisions. and then other trophies for most valuable player and things of that nature.
That's awesome.
So that's in the works. That will happen sometime after the season ends. So things of that nature is what's going to happen.
Okay.
The venue of that of the banquet's still being worked on, but we have plenty of time.
Okay, and of course you'll give us updates as you get them.
Absolutely.
Now you also said, and again it's still down the road somewhere, but you talk about an event for Halloween.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Well, we're going to end up having a bunch of things. Actually, it's going to be, I think we're calling it a haunted trick or treat, where we'll set up in the probably in the auditorium, where there'll be little stations where the kids can go trick-or-treating.
Okay.
We'll have Halloween music. There'll be a pumpkin carving contest, which the kids will have to do their carvings first at home and then bring them in.
Okay.
And we don't try to avoid that mess. And a couple of other, a dance as well, and best costume award. So we'll be doing a bunch of little things like that. That's also being worked on slowly. I think we're probably about 70% of the way done organizing that. And we just got a couple of more things that we got to polish. We already got the approval to use the auditorium for it, so that was a big start right there.
It sounds to me as though, while it's not in the same vein, but a lot of folks who were accustomed to at least watching, our former executive director who used to, and Steve Roy, who would go to the haunted houses at the middle school, and it was a big thing. And I know, sadly they had to decide to no longer do that. Yeah. But it's nice that as kind of a community building event, you're looking to do something that's multifaceted, and that's I think fantastic.
Well, again, it's I think we had this conversation about our Christmas festival versus Winterfest.
You're not trying to replace or fill any shoes.
Yeah, and with the Halloween event, again, we're not going to try to surpass what was happening at the middle school.
Right.
But yeah, like the Christmas event, it's a nice little thing for the family, for the kids to get involved in, and if it grows each year a little bit, then it does. That's. But at least we're again offering another free event for the community to enjoy and for the kids.
Talk to me about the time and the effort that you and the department puts into this, because it seems as though it has grown over recent years. Talk to me about the pride that's involved when you guys sit down and go, this is an idea that we have. How can we cultivate this, get community, get the businesses involved to pay for this, and for it to be a success at the end of the day?
Well, again, everything, we started off, and as you remember, the recreation department was imploding. And we've turned it around real quick in 2 years, and there's a lot of work involved in it, and a lot of research and development. Like I said before, there's ideas that you think, and then you realize, that's not good. But then there's other things that you catch on to, and you're like, and you watch it continually grow, and then you're able to hatch it, and the program rolls out, and then people start, getting happy about it. But yeah, a lot of work and a lot of communication, and like I said, with people like June O'Leary and Todd Takuto and Joe Cunningham, really coming up with ideas. And June O'Leary knows everybody in town. She does. And if there's a way to get something done, I always call June, because she knows everybody. She knows all the ins and outs. So we can get these programs up and running. So we have a lot of discussion, and again, we're always looking to get bigger, and better. Sometimes I have to pull back. Mr. Takuto is always, let's put that on the back burner. Let's, because sometimes I like to keep on going, and
not a bad thing.
So yeah, but yeah, a lot of it's very important that we have these conversations and developing in these programs, and it just keeps on going. A lot of work, there is a lot of work and a lot of communicating, a lot of research and development. I have a bunch of drawers on my desk where one's research and developing of programs, other ones hold, and other ones active, So you're always looking back at the other ones and saying, okay, well, I remember doing what we were going to do, and you're refurbishing it, and you're brushing up on it to try to improve it before you actually hatch it and let it roll. So that's the key is, as everybody can see what we're doing now with the park program and all these others, there's a lot of work that goes into it before we can even launch it.
Could we tease anything you might be thinking about for the holidays, whether it's in December? Have you began planning that far ahead, or is it still in the planning stages?
Kevin, I started planning on that the day after we finished the last one. Just like in all of our programs, the day after it ends, we're hard at work, looking back, seeing what went right, what went wrong, and getting the dates. I think I had the dates already set 2 or 3 days after that event.
Okay.
So, and all the vendors and all the people that have already been signed, and let's go, and the Santa Claus is coming back. Everybody, so it's going to happen again. We've already got it.
We just got a couple of minutes left. Anything that we haven't mentioned during our time here, talking about some of the events happening, from the pool opening to Family Fun Day, hockey, Halloween, and what's going to happen around the holidays? Anything we haven't mentioned, or anything you want to kind of just share with the folks who are viewing right now?
Well, the Recreation Department also has been very active in improving our fields for our sports organizations in town. We just got done finishing, we're in the middle of actually doing the dugouts at Memorial Field off of Essex Street. That project is going to continue on, along with the street hockey court. Like I said, we completely redone that over, and that's our goal, is also to get the athletic fields and whatnot up so they're the best in our area. That's what we're looking for. We want to be number one.
Right.
And with our other programs, we want to continue building on them and keep on expanding. And if anybody out there has any ideas, please call us, because I'm more than willing to entertain them and do the legwork on it.
Is there a place on the town website for folks to go to find out information about the rec department?
Yes, the recreation website on that on the town website,
which
yes.
is actually being shown right now at this particular time. So folks at home who are watching are seeing it right now as it's flashing up on the screen. I want to thank you so much, my friend,
Thank you, Kevin,
for coming in and talking about all that is being done by the rec department, by yourself, and by the committee, and continued success.
Thank you.
And we'll look forward to having you back in the fall.
Yes.
To kind of tease what's going on. We can talk a little bit more about the Halloween in better detail, and talk a little bit about upcoming events for the winter, the holiday season.
Yep.
All right. I want to thank you for tuning in, as you always do here on Whitman Hands Community Access. If there's a particular conversation guest that you feel that we should get an idea, an issue we should discuss, Kevin Tocci at WHCATV.org is the way to get in touch with us. We thank you for viewing and tuning into our programs here on Whitman Hands Community Access. Until next time, have a great day.